This is Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid holding a sort of an impromptu news conference about today's business in Washington. Let's listen in for just a moment.
I'm pretty well understand anger. I would defy anyone to be more angry than I was. But I also believe that if you look at the problems we face as a nation, is this a time we walk out of here saying, boy, did we get even? I am very satisfied with what we did today. I feel good about what we did today. I don't apologize to anyone what we did today. We're moving forward, recognizing that there's a period of time that in Joe Lieberman's political career that I will never understand or approve. But I also recognize that he's been in public office for 4 decades. One of the most progressive members to come from the state of Connecticut, and that says a lot. Someone that was years ago as a young man left the university, one of the premier universities of our country, to go south to fight for the civil rights movement. A man who moved forward on legislation that was important to his state and to our country. And we today announced to the American people that we're going to move forward and handle the problems that face our country. And that's what this is all about.
Thank you, everybody. Senator Lieberman.
The question is, do I trust Senator Lieberman? The answer is yes, I trust Senator Lieberman. Let's look at a little bit of history, everybody. We could not have had a Democratic majority for the last 2 years, but for Joe Lieberman. We could not have passed the historic budgets that were led by Chairman Conrad, but for Senator Lieberman. So we feel that what happened today has put this behind us. It's something that we're looking forward. We're not looking back. We're not looking back at the 95 filibusters that were conducted. Those are something that took place in the past. We're looking forward to the future, a future that we believe sets a new tone for America.
Thank you, Chairmanship.
Senate Majority Leader, Democrat Harry Reid of Nevada, they're announcing that Joe Lieberman, the now independent senator from Connecticut, will get to keep his coveted chairmanship of the Homeland Security Committee in the Senate, despite the fact that he went to bat for John McCain. We're going to continue. All right, we're going to go back. They're answering a few more questions. Let's go back to, here's Joe Lieberman.
Open and constructive discussion about my status in the caucus, after which my colleagues voted to support a resolution which I believe was fair and forward-leaning. It's a resolution that not only resolves the current dilemma, but it's a resolution of reconciliation and not retribution, and I appreciate it. I particularly look forward to continuing my work as chairman of the Senate Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee and chairman of the Airland Subcommittee on Armed Services. And in that capacity, to work as I have in the past with the new president, Barack Obama, and his administration to keep the American people secure here at home and to protect our freedom from enemies abroad. This is the beginning of a new chapter. And I know that my colleagues in the Senate Democratic Caucus were moved not only by the kind words that Senator Reid said about my longtime record, but by the appeal from President-elect Obama himself that the nation now unite to confront our very serious problems. And indeed, by the meeting and statement issued yesterday by President-elect Obama and Senator McCain. So this is all about going forward. The problems our country faces now at home, particularly and abroad, are immense, and we will only deal with them constructively on behalf of the people who are good enough to send us to Washington if we display the kind of unity that was displayed within our caucus today. and hopefully it will go from our caucus across the aisle to our Republican colleagues as well. I particularly want to thank Senator Reid for his support and constructive assistance throughout this. I want to thank particularly the, I don't want to call them a gang of four, but they were four great friends who led this effort to draft this resolution. My colleague and friend of 40 years, my senior senator from Connecticut, Chris Dodd, Senator Ken Salazar of Colorado, Senator Bill Nelson of Florida, and Senator Tom Carper of Delaware. But really, thanks to all my colleagues.
Senator, you've been in your subcommittee chairmanship of the environmental.
All right, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that Joe Lieberman got taken to the woodshed, but didn't really get much of a beating there from his fellow Democrats in the Senate. You might recall that he spoke in front of the Republican National Convention on behalf of John McCain, the Republican nominee. Democrats were pretty steamed about that. We're thinking about taking away his chairmanship of the Homeland Security Committee. They did not do that. He will remain as chairman, and as you could hear, he is a grateful senator indeed.